welcome back to the Bielsa Stand podcast. This is Series 2, Episode 5, live on YouTube and Spotify. Remember to like, subscribe and comment. Remember to share to all your football friends. Now let's get straight into this podcast. So first things first, let's go over Leeds United last few results. Starting off with Sheffield Wednesday 0-0 at home. Quite a boring game. Enough said about that. Now let's talk about Millwall versus Leeds United at the Den. I predicted a 2-1 result with Joe Perreault scoring 2 goals. He actually did score 2 goals, one in the 15th, one in the 77th minute, and Rutter scoring in the 81st minute. It's probably our best game of the season so far. Another clean sheet after that Sheffield Wednesday match. 2 clean sheets in a row this was. And what a match, you know. Rutter played very well. Joel Perreault scored his goals very well. Obviously, that second goal, Dan James kind of tried to shoot and he miskicked it, and Joe Perreault was there to score to make it 2-0. Rutter, wonderful goal from a Daniel James assist. And then the first goal, my gosh, the link-up play between Rutter and Perreault, and I can't remember who else it was, maybe Nonto, was fantastic, and it was a well-worked goal to get Leeds United 1-0 in that match. But overall, Leeds United won 3-0. Good result. Jamie Shackleton and Charlie Cresswell obviously back at their old stomping ground that they were there last season. Even though they didn't make an appearance, both were on the bench. Neither of them came on. But yeah, a massive result there. 3-0 to Leeds United. Then our latest result was against Hull City in Hull. And again, it was quite a boring 0-0 game, just like the Sheffield Wednesday game. However, the stats say that Leeds United had more shots. We actually had 4 shots on target in this game. Hull had 0. They had more possession though, more passes, more pass accuracy. So from the stats, it seems like they controlled the game, even though we had the better chances in this game. And Hull City should have scored in the last few minutes. I think Adama Traore had basically an open net and hit the post. Joe Rodon got a red card. He played a good game up until that. So did even Abdu. He didn't get a red card though. But yeah, so he'll be missing our next game, which is against Watford. Now let's quickly look at the table. With that latest result, Hull City are 6th, Leeds United are 9th. So actually we're only 2 points off the playoffs. Preston, wow, haven't lost a game this season. They're on 19 points. I might as well go over the table. Leicester second, 18 points after 7 games. Ipswich Town, 18 points. 1 loss, and that was against Leeds United. Sunderland are 4th. Norwich City are 5th. Hull City are 6th. Bristol City are 7th. Birmingham are 8th. They've lost their last 2 games, so they are slipping down the table quick. Leeds United, as I say, are 9th. We haven't lost in our last few games, with our last 5 results consisting as 3 draws and 2 wins. So Leeds United have 3 clean sheets, believe it or not, in the last 3 matches. So that's something, because we've been waiting months for a clean sheet, and all of a sudden we're getting clean sheets galore. It's like waiting for a bus at a bus stop in Leeds. You're waiting there for an hour. You're thinking, where's your bus? Eventually it comes, and then 5 other buses that you've been waiting for comes a minute later. Typical Leeds, that. Anyway, enough about Leeds buses. Cardiff City are 10th. They've won their last 2 games. Millwall, who we beat 3-0, are 11th on 10 points. Blackburn 12th, Southampton 13th. Watford, who are our next opponents, are currently in 14th. 9 points, 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, 4 goal difference positive. West Brom are 15th. Huddersfield, after Neil Warnock has left, are 16th with 8 points. They've drew their last game and won their 2 games before then. Coventry, who got to the playoffs final last season, are currently sat in 17th place with 7 points after 7 games. Plymouth are also on 7 points after 7 games. They've only won once in their last 5 games. Stoke City, 19th. QPR, 20th. Rotherham are on 4 points after 7 games. Swansea are on 3 points after 7 games. 0 wins this season. Same with Sheffield Wednesday and Middlesbrough. Sheffield Wednesday with 2 points. Obviously, one of those points coming at Ellen Road, and Middlesbrough under Michael Carrick are on 2 points with 0 wins, with Sam Greenwood being a part of that Middlesbrough team. So let's go over match day 8 out of 46 and my predictions for the upcoming games in the Championship, starting off with Birmingham City tomorrow, Friday night against QPR. I'm going for a Birmingham win, 1-0. Tyler Roberts to score if he's not injured. I don't actually know if he's injured or not. Anyway, West Brom versus Millwall. Millwall won yesterday, I believe, and they won against... Who do they win against? Rotherham 3-0. I'm going to go for Millwall win, 1-0 there. Leicester City versus Bristol. I'm going to go for Leicester win. Swansea versus Sheffield Wednesday, a relegation battle in this game. I'm going for a 1-0 Swansea to pick up their first win of the season. Rotherham versus Preston. Preston to win that 5-0. Middlesbrough versus Southampton. Southampton to win that 2-0. Plymouth versus Norwich. Norwich to win that 3-0. Ipswich Town versus Blackburn. Ipswich to win that 1-0. Stoke City versus Hull City. Hull City to win that 4-3. Sunderland versus Cardiff. I'm going to go for a Sunderland 3-1 win. Then Coventry versus Huddersfield. I'm going to go for a Huddersfield 1-0 win. So they're my predictions for match day 8 in the Championship. Some Leeds United news for you. Sam Byram made his 150th appearance in Leeds United colours yesterday against Hull City. Obviously, that's over 2 spells at the club. He obviously broke out into the first team all those years ago. I think one of the matches that I remember back then was him against Spurs, him against Gareth Bale, where he won in that FA Cup match, and then he came back this season, and he's been performing well. He's been performing better than the likes of Luke Ayling and Jamie Shackleton recently, especially yesterday. So yeah, Sam Byram, congratulations on 150 appearances for Leeds United. Other news is that Liam Cooper is back. He made his comeback appearance against Hull City last night. Obviously, he got injured in the first game of the season, I think, where he scored that header to make it 2-2, and he made his comeback appearance. So other news is that Liam Cooper was back in the matchday squad, making his appearance as a substitute last night against Hull City. So he's back. I suppose that's good for squad depth. And Stuart Dallas looks like he will be returning in a Leeds United shirt after a Twitter account said that he may retire due to his injury, and he said that's false. So will we see him this season? Will we see him before January? Who knows? He's still out. He obviously had that horrible injury that happened a year and a half ago against Arsenal when Jesse Marsh was still manager. So even if he does make his appearance, will he be up to it? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see regarding Stewie D. Regarding other news in the Championship, as I say, Neil Warnock, ex-Leeds United manager, has left Huddersfield Town after about 7 games or 8 games, who knows. And there's links to Darren Moore taking over him. Obviously, he's the ex-Sheffield Wednesday manager, where he got promoted through the playoffs last season. He's obviously managed the likes of West Brom as well. So Darren Moore could be joining Huddersfield Town, with Leeds United winning against Millwall 3-0. A few of our players were named Team of the Week, so congratulations to those players. I think it was 3 players, including Elan Meslier, so well done to those players. So now let's talk about Leeds United versus Watford. This is on the Saturday the 23rd. At 3 o'clock at Ellen Road. Leeds United have a 55% probability, 24% draw, then 21% for Watford to win. Watford aren't doing well this season. They obviously sold Sarr in the summer. They've only won 2 games this season. They drew their last game, won their game before that, then drew their game before that. So they're 3 games unbeaten at the moment. As I say, they're scoring goals. To be fair, they scored 11 goals this season. Leeds United have only scored 10, but Leeds United are favourites to win this match. So some stats and facts for you. This is Leeds United's 6th consecutively league game against Watford with a different manager. Now, can you name all 6 managers? I'll give you a couple of seconds. One obviously being Marcelo Bielsa, Jesse Marsh and Daniel Farke being the 3 recent ones. If you don't know the others, that is Brian McDermott, David Hockaday and Neil Redford. So that's 6 managers that we've had in the last few years as a club. After winning their first away league game in 2023 against Norwich, Watford are actually winless in 11 championship games on the road. That includes 5 draws, 6 losses. Leeds United haven't won at home for 8 league games. This is quite a start. Leeds United haven't won at home for 8 league games. Leeds United need a win at home, I tell you that. Leeds United also completed a league double over Watford when they last faced each other in the Premier League. This was in the 21-22 season. The Whites have never won 3 in a row against the Hornets. So Leeds United were hoping to beat that stat and make it 3 in a row for Leeds. Now it's time for my prediction for Leeds United versus Watford. So in their last league game, which was against West Brom at home, Watford drew 2-2. They got the likes of Tom Ince in the team. Did you know he's even playing from Watford? You got the likes of Luza. You got the likes of Potros. You got the likes of Bachmann as a keeper. Morris, Coney on the bench. You've got Ben Hamer. You've got Tom Delly, Bashu, Jake Livermore, believe it or not, plays for Watford. Ryan Andrews, Bio, Matty Pollock, Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis is at Watford. I think he actually joined them on a loan for the season. So they've got a good squad, I guess, like mid-table championship team. I don't think they've got what it takes to beat Leeds United. Leeds United will probably line up with Meslier in net, with the likes of Sam Byram in left back. He'll play Luke Ayling in right back, I guess. For Kowal, centre backs will be, I reckon, Pascal and Cresswell. Obviously, Liam Cooper is coming back from injury. Rodon will probably miss due to suspension the game. Then you've got Archie Gray probably playing with Ethan. We may see Dan James starting, who knows. We may see Perot also as a number 10, as we've seen in the last few games, with Somerville on the wing and Rutter up front. So that's going to be my prediction for the lineup. For the game, I'm going for a 2-0. I'm going to go for a Rutter goal, and the second goal will come from Pascal. It's going to come from Pascal from a corner. Yep, so that's my predictions. 2-0 Leeds United, Rutter and Pascal to be the goal scorers. What are your predictions? Let me know. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, follow us on Spotify, rate us 5 stars, like, comment, do all these good things. Shout to your favourite footballer, and I'll catch you later.